Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our Bodhi Day service. I am not Charlene. My name is Paul Briggs, and I've happily taken the responsibility for this week to be the MC for our Bodhi Day service. And live streamed on our YouTube channel, and you may watch that now or as a recording at another time. So, Bodhi Day is the Buddhist holiday that commemorates the day that the historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, or Shakyamuni, experienced enlightenment, also known as Bodhi in Sanskrit and Pali. According to tradition, Siddhartha had recently forsaken years of extreme ascetic practices and resolved to sit under a Bodhi tree and simply meditate until he found the root of suffering and how to liberate oneself from it. The day of Shakyamuni's enlightenment and the promise of our own is celebrated by millions of Buddhists every year on Bodhi Day, the 8th day of the 12th month, which falls on December 8th in Japan's westernized calendar and in early January in China's lunar calendar. Bodhi is the Pali and Sanskrit word usually translated as enlightened or awakened. The tree under which Siddhartha Gautama sat on the night of his great awakening is often referred to as the Bodhi tree. Known as Rohatsu or Jodo-e in Japan and elsewhere by other names, this holiday is widely observed in the Mahayana traditions of East Asia and across the globe. Theravada Buddhists celebrate the Buddha's enlightenment on Vesak, which commemorates the Buddha's birth and death, as well as enlightenment, and falls in April or May. Okay, and I would like to say a word now about our dear friend and my auntie and Leanne Briggs' auntie, my wife's auntie, Karen Higashi, who passed away on November 18th. It was quite a shock and surprise. She left us way too soon. She was a dear, sweet person, an auntie to us all, and a definite connection to old-time Kaneohe, as her husband Mitz was as well. So I appreciated getting to know Karen very, very much, and I'm very, very sorry to see her go. For those of you who would like to know, unfortunately, I have no details on the service. Services are pending. We will all find out when services are going to occur. Okay, and with this, I would like the audience to rise to the meditation and invocation, and so we will begin. And put your hands in Gasho, please.
Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Today, before the altar, within shines Amida Buddha, we gather together to observe the Bodhi Day service. More than 2,500 years ago, on December 8th, the young Prince Siddhartha Gautama, who would later become the Buddha, left his palace in Nepal at the age of 29 to search for meaning of life. His family had protected him from the cares of the world, but as Siddhartha was an inquisitive sort, he traveled about. He saw the misery of old age, sickness, and suffering surrounding him. Because this profoundly affecting him. He chose to leave his comfortable surroundings and seek means. Siddhartha, after spending 6 years living the life on a ascetic service, he still did not find what he was searching for. He tried many different disciplines, such as surviving by eating only a grain of rice per day, but soon realized that this was not the answer. Because he could not find the answers to his questions, the young prince Siddhartha Gautama sat beneath a fig tree. He vowed that he would sit under the Bodhi tree, it's called the people tree sometimes, until he had his answers. He declared, even though, and the bones themselves crack, I will not get up from this seat until I have attained supreme and perfect enlightenment. This determined young man then faced down all of his inner demons, defined and finally taming all of temptation and distraction of greed, anger, restlessness, laziness, and self-doubt. He finally attained a state of calm and awareness. His mind had become like a clear and still pool which could perfectly reflect all things within. Siddhartha fasted and meditated under this tree for a week, and on the morning of 8th day came to several realizations which were to become the principles of modern Buddhism. It was here as Siddhartha meditated and gazed upon Venus rising at the base of the noble eightfold path, and the four noble truths were born. What day is to celebrate the enlightenment of Gautama Siddhartha, who became Shakyamuni Buddha, the historical Buddha. Siddhartha became the Buddha, the full awakened one who realized and could share with others the true nature of reality, which could end suffering and open the eyes of all people of the selfless beauty which he had seen and now manifest in his own life. Like Siddhartha, we too should find time to calm our hearts and minds and allow ourselves to clearly reflect the true nature of life. Above all, forever, we should realize that the Dharma, the true nature of reality, which is so difficult to perceive and understand, has been given to us by Shakyamuni Buddha. Today's gathering is a gift we receive, an opportunity to come to the Buddha Dharma and to reflect on how we are living our life. It is a path to relieve the pain and the suffering that permits human life, and it relieves our own pains and anxiety and directs our energy towards helping others. Let's be reminded of the effort to understand the teaching must be never end. On this occasion, may we reconfirm our commitment to listen ever more diligent the teachings of Shakyamuni Buddha. With back to Higashi Shakujine on December 11, 2022. I ask your hands together, Higashi. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Okay, my very explicit instructions actually had you guys do a bit of a roller coaster. So at this point, Oh, that's right. When sensei comes, you sit and then you rise. It's like rise, sit, rise. But you're good. You're good. You're sitting. But hang on to your seatbelts because now open your songbook to page 46. And we will sing Gata Vandana di Sarana. And at this point, guess what you do? You rise.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Holy Trinity, the exalted one, the enlightened one, that supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
Okay, we will now have the chanting of Tambutsuge Sansege. It's a slightly shorter version, and its pages 57 to 65. So please turn your songbooks to page 57, and Sensei will lead at the chant.
Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. O genki ki, iji muboku nyose myomuyo tosha, michigatsumani shukoe.
At this time, you can also offer incense.
Yunyakuju moku nyorai yogen. Jose muri shogaku daiyo, toru jippo kaimon shojin, sammai chie itoku muryo, shushoke ujindai zennen, shobu hokai gujinjin no Ugo gaite mumyo yokunu, seson yomu nin oshishi, jintoku muryo kukun kodai, chie jin yoko myo iso, shindo dai senganga samu, saisho go shoji, ifugeda fusejoi, kainin shojin yose sanmai, chie ijo gosei tokubu, ugyo shiga, geshi yakusen no kuma, muryo daisho, shunyo goja, 無用一切死と勝負不尿不動検証不逆異尿母者勝負世界不不可見不修殺道公明師匠変死一人難行両がサブ国土第一号宗奇妙道場調整国領内四に無とそガト愛民道大一切実法来生新名少女人が国下楽安の公務神妙税が新書仏願法理力少々力実法生産知恵無下上領子孫知が信行下領心死食毒中が行承知人数過言女性が一無浄土志願不満足政府上昇学が無旅行不意大聖主不採ショッピング政府上昇学が市場仏道領所長実法不教未証門政府上昇学意欲人少年上映主言業四分無常人力現代公無償の祭道少女三苦行交際集約難会議知恵言熱心公務案閉塞小悪道津田選手門暴走上満足医療老実法日月主重期天候不言一種解剖像合成孤独語情報大集中説法知識無用一切分無足修読本願名出上満得意三害を呼ぶ無下地津田未空所願学へ力同志最小尊志願や国家大聖を感動国書店に統治領下 Nishi, Kudoku, Yodo, Seisai, Doho, Odaishin, Ojoan, Ya. I take refuge in Amida Buddha, your palms together in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Devote to give equal to all this merit of truth, to get to raise the mind of the body and awaken the realm of serene attention. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Okay, Sensei will come up and will read the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. Please turn to page 134 and 135 in your songbook. And following that will be the Dharma talk.
I ask your hands together in Gasho. We are going to read only the titles there, the four Dharma seals, the Four Noble Truths, and the Eightfold Path. I don't explain what we are. The four Dharma seals. 1. All things are impermanent. 2. All things are devoid of independent existence. 3. Everything causes suffering. 4. Nirvana is peace. The Four Noble Truths. The first Noble Truth. All beings are subject to suffering. No one escapes. Suffering is universal. 2. Second Noble Truth. The cause of suffering is ignorance. Moreover, the ignorance of oneself is the greatest ignorance. 3. The third Noble Truth. Ignorance, the cause of suffering, can be overcome. 4. The fourth Noble Truth. The way to overcome ignorance is the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path. 1. Right view. 2. Right thought. 3. Right speech. 4. Right conduct. 5. Right livelihood. 6. Right effort. 7. Right mindfulness. 8. Right meditation. Namo Amida Butsu. One thing we cannot forget is this right. Right means harmonious perspective. Is good for you, good for me, good for surround, good for everyone. It's good, it's not good in the sense of I get some advantage. It's a universal good. Universal. Namo Amida Butsu. Master Renyo remind us everything's important, how to listen with the heart. When you should listen as you are listening for the very first time. 2. You should listen as this message is for you, for me alone. And 3. You should listen, this is the last time you will ever do so in your life. Master Renyo, 500 years ago. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. Today, Bodhi and Gautama Siddhartha, who later became the Buddha, was a prince, and he left the palace life at the age of 29 to find means of life. Every time he was protected and from all cares of the world. And Siddhartha was an inquisitive sort, and he traveled about and he could see the misery of the old age, the death, the sickness, all kind of suffering, that he tried them to find the meanings about why. I didn't know about that, why people are affected by everything these things. Then he decided to go out of his palace in his life and to find meanings at this find of meaning of life, what this means. And he tried a lot of practice, ascetic practice, serving under 6 teachers. He still did not find what he was searching for. He tried many different things, but nothing. Then he decided, after 6 years trying to find, he decided to sit below the Bodhi tree, and he declared he will never left there until find this answer for this his trivial, the crucial questions of his life. What was the point of Shakyamuni Buddha enlightenment experience? We have to understand there is 8 steps to find this, we call it path of enlightenment. But there is one of them, the number 5, is when the demons, they gather together there. This is one, the 5th one, is a key point to understand what does mean enlightenment from the point of view of Shakyamuni Buddha. Not from the Shakyamuni Buddha, but what this enlightenment we, of course, we try to understand, but it's not like some simple thing to understand. And Sensei Haya Akegarasu, or Taito Kakegarasu, used to say, the key word is darkness. Oh my darkness! This his affirmation was he realized what was the content of realization of Shakyamuni Buddha. And this content was when Shakyamuni Buddha was meditating below the tree there. His mind, 80 days there, like a lot of thoughts comes in his mind, comes and go, a lot of desires, and one day he had like a dream, and there was 2 kind of personality, 2 kind of character come there in his mind. One is the Dhamma. We call it the Mara, the Dhamma. The Dhamma call him Shakyamuni. What you are doing there? You are prince. Go home. Yeah, you don't need nothing about that. Go home. And his desire was like a shaking him to go home, to back, go, no go. But the other side there was another character, like an angel, like a Brahma, the God or the angel say, no, don't do that. You have to listen, the reason, listen, the logical, listen, the good things. Don't go for your passions. Don't go there. Don't go. Stay here. Keep it doing. Yeah? And you can get your path, your meaning. And this movie shaking him from the right, left. He couldn't. But one day he was resisting there, he tried to find this Brahman, this angel. Oh, the Brahman tried to escape from him, this Brahman. And he was follow the Brahman there, and where the Brahman was going, he reads at the devil group there. Whoa, what? The Brahman is doing with the demons there. And they gather together. And still, then this time he opened his eye when the 8th day of this he started to see was his enlightenment day. That what does mean this demos? The demos is our passions, our volition, our things happen with our desires. And the rational, the ideal, the mind is represented by Brahman. And when they join together was enlightened. What does mean this? Is our mind. Our mind, we have this good and the bad. Every time we select this good, we think this good. But Shakyamuni went deep, and he realized that passions and the rational, that logical, was at the same phase, the same things, but different phase of our mind is the center of ego. Everything's moved by it. Then what do you think about this ideal? This good is what we as a human think about the progress, the science, the everything is the right thing. It's like you today, we came here, you are listening. You don't want to listen or you don't want to come here. Maybe it was better you stay sleeping, but you came, yeah? You overcame one wall to come. Then this is what happened in our mind. We have this every time, this good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, the passion and the rational. But Shakyamuni Buddha realized, oh my gosh, this is my mind only. Actually, the things doesn't matter, doesn't happen what I want, I don't want. How you can this word centered in human wisdom, not in Buddha's wisdom, human wisdom. We continue making war, we continue killing people, lying, destroying. Yeah, this is what the human wisdom actually is the same like a passions do. What we call the progress, what you put that it's like your posture of living. You is in the dream every time you think this fantasy of the logical, the good is all the entrance for your happiness. But the word responds to us the same way. We continue until kill other people. Yeah, kill others. This is what humans are. This is the nature of it. Then this was the key point of what Sensei Akegarasu tells. Oh, my darkness. This darkness is you. follow this beautiful ideal, this beautiful rational, the reason, the science, but we continue doing the same things and we prefer to listen. Yeah. Or only listen to this mind every time. But enlightenment is without shape, no color, no discrimination, no concept, nothing. We say here is Amida Buddha. We put the Amida Buddha like a human shape there, but actually Amida Buddha is like nothing. Is no concept, no things, nothing. This is what does mean enlightenment. Enlightenment is we cannot touch, we cannot see, we cannot and we cannot conceptualize. Then this was the key point, and the Shinran and the Renyo, they realized we don't have any thing you can trust. Anything, because actually I never aspired to be Buddha too. But I follow to be Buddha, I have this ideal, this fantasy, but my action, my things never goes there. Then this is what we, as a human, we no way to become Buddha. No way. No way to become Buddha means we don't have any chance to be Buddha. If you don't have a chance to be Buddha, we say salvation is not for me. Then why I can do that? This is like a darkness. Darkness because we have a fantasy to be Buddha, but you cannot be Buddha, and you do things too. This what we say darkness. And the darkness is the search of enlightenment. Then Shakyamuni Buddha said, oh, people cannot understand my enlightenment experience. I will die now. I will disappear. But in this time, the Brahman appears there. Shakyamuni Buddha, you cannot do that. If you do that, you come back for the concept again. You come back for your ego again. Then this is not the true enlightenment. The true enlightenment has to be universal. If it's to me, it's for all things. All things have to be. Then, but people cannot understand. But people will understand. That means Shakyamuni Buddha decide, but stay in this world and go to the lowest level of humankind, human being. The people don't believe, the people commit crimes, and this is people has to come. Then this path of Buddha, that ideal, became the worst humankind. Why? This is enlightenment. It's not what we want, and not our judgment, not what the good or bad. Enlightenment, overcome concept, overcome everything, overcome. This is enlightenment, and enlightenment is our work. This work is continuous, not what we think this ideal is your follow. Enlightenment experience is one complete incomplete. It's concept, no concept, and idea, no idea. Because we only understand this dual. If you are aspiring to be saved, to be enlightened one, there is a side to be enlightened one and to go to the hell too. This was the enlightenment key point of Shakyamuni Buddha. He realized about, oh, my darkness. Darkness is, be enlightened is not our decision as a human. It's not from the point of view of humankind. It's overcome. It's like you cannot grab your right hand using your right hand. You cannot solve our ego problem using our ego solutions. We cannot solve human problems using the human centered mind. That reason we continue. What does mean enlightenment? You can think about. Thank you. Namo Buddhist. I want to open this opportunity now. This time, if you want to share one experience we are here, came here today, something makes you become aware about something you before you wasn't aware. Yeah, when it's like when your mother or your father passed away, you realize things we couldn't realize. You realize more than before. Yeah. This is one experience of enlightenment too. Yeah. Well, I said enlightenment, but this is what I find that move. Do you have something you can want to share about that? If not, yeah. If you want to share, oh, I didn't realize about that. It's like our Karen left a few days ago, and how we can realize about her presence now, what he did, what continue doing, how we miss her in different way. Yeah, let's ask Paul remember her today. I ask you too. We can put your hands together in a show. You remind Karen if you knew her, and bring one memory from Karen. Thank you. Namo Buddhist. Namo.
Okay, page 127 in your songbook, we'll sing a cappella Gata Nembutsu. All rise. Led by Reverend. Okay, I think we can be seated. And yeah, thanks to everybody who attended the service. And I have a couple of announcements that are written here for me. Next week, Sunday, is Temple Cleanup Day from 9 a.m. And so please all come. A short service before will be held. Helpers will be welcomed if your health condition is okay. Join us wearing a mask and bringing your gloves. For further information, ask Reverend Marcus Sawada and he's got his number right here, 247-2661. December 31st is obviously New Year's Eve, and we have the tooling of the bell from 5 p.m. And Reverend Sawada tells me that the bell gets rung 108 times. On January 1st, which is a Sunday, New Year's service from 9 a.m. And finally, our general membership meeting and New Year's party date has been changed to January 22nd, 2023 at 9 a.m. There was a conflict with Charlene on January 29th, so we're now switching it to the 22nd. So please don't miss it. We need a good number of people who want to attend, and call and email the temple ASAP or RSVP by January 18th. And I assume food will be provided. Yes? Yes, good. And final word, thank you. This is a thank you to me. So thank you everybody for attending our service. We have made it under an hour, and it was my pleasure to be your MC for today. And so I do believe that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Namaste.
Namamda.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Up,